Hi YouTubers, Eclectic Lil here. These are my sales for August 2019. At this moment we're seeing the Hurricane Dorian out in the Atlantic. The people in Bahamas and the islands there, they're all in our prayers. So we're keeping a close watch on it, as are a lot of people, because we live in Florida. So let's just say a prayer for all the people right now. They're getting hammered. Okay, these pins, I bought a few of these for about $1.50 each. These are the Lucinda pins, vintage. They're really nicely made. This is like a 70s pin. You could see the go-go boots there, the mini skirt and whatnot. So this sold for $14.99 plus 4 shipping. You may not be able to make out the picture on this stained glass, but it's a horse-drawn carriage and it's a winter scene. These are by Glass Masters. They're stained glass, and this I bought for $1 or $2, and in the package, $13.99 plus 9 shipping. This was a Kenneth Cole Reaction canvas crossbody, a tablet bag. I probably paid a couple bucks for this. I don't remember. It was a really nice bag. Sold it for only $15.99 plus 11 shipping. And I believe I got that, well, no, I sent it in a padded envelope, but I shipped it, I think priority. Excuse me. These were 2 sewing books. The Stretch and Sew sewing book, part 1 and 2 by Ann Person. These were 50 cents each. I sold them for 9 plus 4 shipping. They went media mail. This was new in the box, Thermacell mosquito repellent. This was on for a while. I bought it for $1. $10.99 plus 7 shipping. This was Poochie plush that I found in one of my dollar bags. I go to this certain thrift shop, and I've mentioned before I buy these bags with a few, toys in the bag, and it's only for $1. But one of these was in the bag, and the shirt says I love cheerleading, 1983, and it sold for $14 plus 8 shipping. These were cool vintage toys I found at a yard sale, local yard sale. They wanted, I think it was 6 a piece, and I thought they're pretty cool. You press down on them and a little sign pops up. This guy in the middle, he was smoking a cigarette, and a little girl, you press that down, it says I love you. I can't remember what the other 2 said, but they're a little worn, the paint. But yeah, so they want a 6 a piece, and then I said, oh, that's okay, thank you. And then they finally says, well, you could have all of them for $6. So I sold those for $19.99 plus 11 shipping. These are Tums the Train Gulen train pieces. These I bought for 50 cents. There's like 3 bags of different train tracks, and each bag was 50 cents. So the other 2 I sold already. So this lot I sold for $15.99 plus 12 shipping. Oh, wait a minute, no. I sold 2 out of the 3 so far. So, I mean, only 50 cents a bag, so I did pretty good with that. These were paperbacks. House of Night novels, and they were like Chosen and Betrayed and Tempted, a series of 8 of them. And I bought them for only a quarter a piece. So I bought them for 2, sold them for $19.99 plus 6 shipping, and they went media mail. This was a box. Now, I had bought a lot a while back at an estate sale, and the lady was very crafty. I bought stamps, and I bought ink pads and art pencils, and I bought the vintage. My mind escapes me now. They were vintage scenes of flowers or birds, vintage paper art that you could frame or use for decoupage or what have you. And these were part of that big lot. I think bought it all for like $32. So I bought several pieces of um, items from that, you know, one lot. So these pencils are the Prismacolor pencils, Sanford. They were Prismacolor and watercolor pencils. So I sold the box for $17.99 plus 9 shipping. This is a piece of Dorchester pottery. I bought this for $1. Had a cute, blue swirl pattern on it. It was marked on the bottom. And I'm buying more and more pottery lately. I feel I'm able to, find pieces inexpensively and sell them pretty well. This, was only $1. I sold it for 20 plus 5 shipping. The buyer is very happy with it. Here is a clown that I sold. This was in one of those dollar bag lots. There was say 5 or 6 in a dollar bag, and I sold one for $14.99 plus 4 shipping. And they're the vintage. They're sand filled, and they're hand painted. They have porcelain faces. These were bought at Salvation Army. I kind of paid up for these 7 because the comp showed I maybe get 25 to 35. They're Curry Dub Nation basketball sneakers. He's a basketball player, and there was cool details about them. And but I ended up only selling them because I kept lowering the price. I had them a while, so I sold them for 13 plus 12 shipping. These were a cool pair of cufflinks. They were in one of my $6 jewelry bags. They were glass domed, and they have the pretty sunset scene on them. And they sold for $7.99 plus $3.75 shipping, first class. This was a Duplo Lego superheroes. It had the Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk in there, and a motorcycle. And it did not have the box. That's the pamphlet that came with it. And there was maybe one piece missing, but I kind of improvised and showed them that instead of that white piece, see this white piece on top here, they had that, but this block, they didn't have this specific block. They had another block, and I just showed the buyer that you don't really need this one. I showed it sitting on another block that was extra in there, and that was fine. They bought it. It was $12.99 plus 9 shipping, and I bought that for $1. These are the Barbie doll collector's editions. They're about year 2000. I think they are all. We have 4 of them. There's like Little Red Riding Hood, and there was Mickey and Minnie, And this is Goldilocks. Anyway, there's 4 and brand new in the box. And my husband went to our local dump, and there's a big bin, and you put your, you know, uh, garbage in there. Um, Not your garbage, just the other kind of garbage, like furniture and things like that. And there's a bin right on top, and he opened it, and these were inside. So, sold this for $14 plus 11 shipping. I'm keeping the Mickey and Minnie, and then the other 2 have watchers on them. Okay, so this is a Louis Vuitton silk monogram scarf. It was about the 90s, dated. And I went to the thrift shop, and I was looking through the scarves and found this. Around the edges, if you hold it up to the light, you can kind of see a bit of wear all the way around, which I noted that in my description. And I bought this for it's either 198 or 298, and listed it. And the next morning, it sold for $99 plus 8 shipping. So that was a great find that day. And then also, the same day at the same store, I found this vintage torpedo uh, by Swimways. And what it is, it's a rubber rocket. It's kind of heavy, and it had the green and blue and yellow, kind of like a tie dye like design. And it was 50 cents. And same thing. The next day, it sold for $49.99 plus 8 shipping. So that was 2 great buys at the same store. So I made about 150 and spent like 250 to 350, something like that. So that was very exciting. Boy, if that can't happen every day, that would be great. But I'm working up to it. And then the Salvatore Ferragamo's men's mahogany brown shoes. Um, I purchased these when I went on a trip with my son to Venice Beach. We're celebrating, he and I, his 21st birthday. And I just ran into one thrift shop, um, and I bought these for 5, and I made 22 with 14 shipping, and it was less than that to ship. So that was pretty good. I was happy with that. And then this is another Lucinda Pen. This was like sparkly. There's a little dark. Sorry about that. 3 women on there. They're really cool pens. It looks like kind of like a clear like coating on the pens. Cool artwork. Vintage pen. This one sold for $12.99 plus 4 shipping. This Cachet Prints Belly perfumed dusting powder I got for 75 cents, and I sold it for $17.99 plus 9 shipping. The powder wasn't even open. The paper was intact. It wasn't ripped open yet. The powder puff was new, so that was great deal. Here's a lot of vintage Cabbage Patch Kids uh, doll clothes. And there's a cute windbreaker in there. It's adorable. It's right up here in the corner. It's hard to see. But it was orange and tan and brown. Anyway, let's see, 1, 2. I probably spent like 4. I made $13.99 plus 4.25 shipping. But hey, I made a profit, right? Cute clothes. This was a vintage wooden hand painted napkin holder. The artist signed it right here. It was a beautiful scene with a barn. I love old scenes with barns out in the country like that. I got this for $1 or 50 cents. I sold it for $14.99 plus 11 shipping. We went to a thrift shop, and as I came in the door, these new in the package Donut uh, destination coffee mugs were there. There's a Philly, a Las Vegas, and a Boston. Um, so I sold 2 out of 3. The other third has 2 watchers on it. So they were only $2.50 each. Plus, I got a 25% discount that day. So I sold this one for $16.99 plus $9.50 shipping. This is a Kate Spade leopard vinyl purse. I paid $1 for this. This was up for a while. I sold it for $16.99 plus $9 shipping. I was given a lot of Avon products. I took them because they're new in the box, and they were perfumes, old colognes. Um, those don't go for very well. I've sold maybe one or two. I sold a couple of the vintage cool looking lipsticks with like a zebra design. The lipstick holders are like metal, really cool. But here is some new old stock makeup, never used in their boxes. So I sold it for, and here's the little lipsticks. Remember those? So it was $13.99 plus $6 shipping. I used to sell Avon a long time ago. Here are two cute little dresses by Cradle Togs. Uh, Cute little frilly dresses. I bought them both for 50 cents each. I sold them for $12.99 plus $4 shipping. These are Jim Unger Herman cartoon books. These were like pages you could tear out, and there were different funny sayings. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. I got them for a quarter a piece, so that was $1.50. And they sold for 10 plus 4 shipping. And I shipped those media mail. A Care Bears 13-inch plush. Someone asked if I'd take lower. I didn't realize it was going to California. But, it went in a nice big envelope and wrapped it up. And it sold for 8 plus 9 shipping. And I think I paid 50 cents to $1 for that. I think that was part of a lot I bought. This bird book was part of that crafty lot I had bought for $34. I sold the colored pencils and other things. And this bird book was amongst all that stuff. And so I sold it for $19.99 plus $6 shipping. And that went media mail. Here's a cute little miniature dollhouse lot. It has little stepping stones and a ceramic pumpkin and pretty floral pots and ivy on a little fence and haystacks, and the buyer was very happy. They even sent me a couple pictures to show me what they did with it. But so this was in a bag for $2 with other items, Christmas items, and I sold these for $13.99 plus $5 shipping. These vintage wood eye hook curtain rings, and they have little metal clips on them. So you put them on a curtain rod, and then you just clip your curtain or material to them, whatever you want to hang. This whole bag of 35 I got for $1. So I sold them for $24.99 plus 9 shipping. This is a vintage Echo slanted spatula. I bought this for $1, sold it for $14.99 plus 5 shipping. This was in my $6 jewelry bag. It's a cute little, almost looks like a Cinderella slipper, gold, and it was a lucite, a little shoe. It was a charm, and I sold that for $6.99 plus 4 shipping. This was a Pineda Covalin Mexican scarf. Beautiful designs on it. I purchased that for $1 when I was down near my mom's. There's this thrift shop we love to go to. It's just packed, and they always have good sales and what have you. The scarf said $1.99, but she didn't charge me that. She charged me like 50 cents to $1. So I saw the comps were really good on this, and it sold for $54 plus 8 shipping. So that's a name to look out for. And here's one of the other mugs, the Dunkin Donuts Destinations limited edition mug. This one was Boston, and it sold for $14.99 plus $10.50 shipping. And then the Philly one has 2 watchers on it. So I saw the Las Vegas one and then this Boston one. And then at that same thrift shop where I bought the Mexican scarf, I found this silver bowl. It was $1.99. Mermad Jacquard. Jacquard was a very, good name for pieces of this sort back in the day. And it was sterling, and it sold for $69.99 plus 9 shipping. So that was a great find that day. So that's about it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and please do subscribe. I do thrift haul videos, jewelry videos, and then I throw in other videos from time to time. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, everyone. Ciao.